After she gave him all her power, the cave began collapsing. So you've been holding up this feudy cave all together by yourself? Holding her spiritual fetus, he sadly remarked. I did say I wanted to borrow your luck, but I never asked you to force yourself to hold on like this, you fool. With that he began absorbing the spiritual fetus, creating a powerful commotion. After he absorbed the energy, he began thinking out loud. Forgive me, Luo. Your master will have to go back on his words again. As he pulled out the heavenly scroll, he informed her that she could go greet her senior sister herself. As he was placing her soul in the book, he began thinking, the heavenly book can nurture souls. If I keep Luo inside the book, her soul will not scatter. I suppose this will do for now. Finishing what needed to be done, he suddenly became serious. I know you've always been fond of traveling, right Luo? Why don't we go on a stroll? I'd like to pay a visit to our mastermind here. With that he made the resolve to make the one responsible pay. Shifting back to the two girls, they felt the ground shaking from all the commotion caused by our MC. The general, cautious as ever, wondered, what's going on now? In the next second, the paper clone they have been following exploded, causing her to wonder even more. Decoy. I'm sure I got his scent down. So when did he? However, before she could finish her words, her sensitive ears sensed something, which got her on high alert. A surge of energy from that direction. Someone made a breakthrough. It's a significant level. From behind, Xiao groaned in pain, falling on her knees. Worried, the general asked, what's wrong? At ease, Xiao tried to calm her down, but inwardly she was busy thinking about how there was no mistaking it. Her core will only react like this when it senses someone with a wholly young body. If someone were to cultivate with someone like that who also made a breakthrough, then the Dan's durability will also be improved. Right now, this is the best chance I have. Suddenly the general interrupted her thoughts. Hey, you look unwell. Was I not thorough enough? Is she worried about me? Oh, she serves the Empress after all. If she left me and decided to find that cultivator herself, she wouldn't be able to report back to the Empress, right? But suddenly she thought of her past memories with her master, and made a resolve. All creatures of this world, throughout heaven and earth, there's nowhere to hide. With that she unleashed her trusty talismans, and executed a spell to trap the general, who was caught off guard, thinking. A mystical concealment gate formation. With resolve in her eyes, Xiao continued her words towards the general. Today, I will go after the man the Empress set her sights on. He's a rare, holy, young, sanctified body that's not seen in 100 years. I can finally replenish my master's inner Dan, and extend her lifespan. Please overlook this general, and step aside. The general, fierce as ever, asked her, or else. With that she sliced the little talismans that dared to bound her. She then continued, you didn't expect to actually beat me, did you? If you were to behave and let me take care of Her Majesty's matters, perhaps she may overlook your foolish aspirations. But that is out of the question if you were to act out of line. As her sword neared her neck, the general did not stop. And for that matter, is this how your master taught you? All that talk, you still had to rely on others to do everything for you. Typical of low lives to resort to such methods. Hearing such words, it's as if it triggered something deep inside Xiao, and with a resolute voice asked her to take that back, surprising the general. However, Xiao continued, while holding the sharp knife with her bare hands. I demand you to take it back. What does my uselessness have to do with my master? As she said that, more talisman attacks fired at the general. It's useless. Take a break inside my earth spirit formation, a seal formation. When did she? She then thought back to the time when Xiao hugged her tightly, and figured that it was then. Xiao then explained. The earth spirit formation severs your pact with blood, and can only be dispelled by the caster. Only those on the life and death realm can force it apart. Your martial training is 10 times as strong as mine, General. Of course I wouldn't be able to stand up to you. The gate formation is just a sleight of hand. I was betting on your distaste for my methods. Furious, the general shouted, you planned this all along, you fraud. Liar. Turning towards her, she informed her, I never lied to you. It's precisely because I'm the helpless type. I must rely on these cheap tactics without a master around. I had to figure it out for myself. It has nothing to do with my master. As she flew off, she kept thinking, you think I wouldn't want to bet on my life, and give everything I had to secure a safe passage for my master? I did everything I could. I had no other choice but to resort to these methods. Step by step, I'll eventually be able to save my master. Then silently affirmed, I'll protect you, master, no matter what mud I have to dig through to soil my hands. Out of nowhere the Bodhisattva appeared right next to her, edging her on. That's the spirit. Startled by his sudden appearance, she panicked. Lord, what is he doing in a place like this? The Bodhisattva then informed her, the cores you have offered me throughout this year were made using inferior ingredients from grass-fed spirit beasts. If you pay me back using your bodice core, my heart will be at ease. In fact, I can sense a fine ingredient in your vicinity, one of a recently made breakthrough from the life and death realm. You will bring that back to me. It could be seen that the girl did not enjoy taking instructions from him. However, our boy Ye Shen came to the rescue, informing the Bodhisattva to spare his efforts, as he was right there, not forgetting to emit his powerful killing intent. Panicked to see him there, Xiao Qiao stuttered. You, how did you? However, Ye Shen interrupted her. I wasn't talking to you. He then thought to himself, that figure behind her, that's the one from Luolwol's recollection. It seems like that's the one behind it all. The Bodhisattva then came close to him. Oh whoa, not bad. A mere life and death realm is able to sense my presence. Very good. The ingredient brought himself to me. Ingredient? Ye Shen asked. He then punched the Bodhisattva square on the face, while informing him, I'm here to end you with a half-broken face. He spoke out. We've got a feisty one here. Even better. They then exchange another attack, creating a powerful energy wave, also affecting Qiao, who was now stunned at this moment. How could this be? He's able to hurt that person's projection. Punching him one more time, Ma Dude continued, Foul Bodhisattva, were you the one who harmed Luoluo? Reeling from the punch, he next saw our boy trying to attack him once more, naturally angering him insolence. I am the gatekeeper Bodhisattva of happiness and sorrow. You will acknowledge my supremacy. Observe and kowtow. With that he reached out to our boy with his massive figure, and sandwiched him in between his palms. Oh I. Even if you were to have made a breakthrough onto the life and death realm, your body is still of mortal born, but to be able to shatter my visage, I acknowledge your strength. That kind of attack, however, was not going to stop our boy as he shattered the hands that were restraining him, then began gathering his energy into his hand projection. Whatever dirt deity you are, just call in your real body. I don't care what form of Bodhisattva you are. Those who lay a finger on my disciples, I'll send them off myself. With that he unleashed the furious attack, blasting away at the Bodhisattva, which caused mass distraction. After that the Bodhisattva's head fell upon Ma Dude's hand with a thud. The dismembered head then began speaking. Disciple, now I remember. A while ago, I do recall squashing an insect, didn't I? The way you present yourself, I can certainly see the similarities. Ha ha ha. That one was also of the first tribulation in the life and death realm I have shattered. Even if that one were to escape as a spiritual fetus, there is no hope of regaining a physical body. The dying throes of that one mentioned something about a master. Hey, your fate will be no different from that insect. Tired of his rumbling, he squashed his head. Such harsh words for someone who ran that quickly, that I have to acknowledge. Though, there's no hurry. He suddenly shifted his gaze to the now worried Xiao. The scene then shifts to some time later, after they have captured Xiao for interrogation. The general, however, seemed unsatisfied, as she shouted, Sir, what is the meaning of this? After all she's said and done, you're willing to let her off like that? She's under the palm of our enemy, and the path she walked has never been a noble one. The way I see it, you should take her in and interrogate her. After some silent contemplation, Ma Dude turned to ask Qiao, Child, what is your relation with the great fortune teller? After I've exorcised that Bodhisattva, I can no longer sense him from you. And that's when I discovered traces of that fortune teller. Surprised that he asked her that, she silently asked him in a shaky voice, how did you know my master's title? The general was also surprised. What? That airy diviner is your master? You're Her Majesty's? The supreme sovereign who stands in front of you is Her Majesty, the Empress master. Not expecting that, she wondered. So he's the founder of my master. He's the legendary demonic supreme. And here I thought he'd be some white-haired old fart. Ma Did then spoke out. If the fortune teller has bestowed her life upon you, I'm afraid her lifespan is like that of a mortal right now. And that's because of that foul Bodhisattva too. Feeling ashamed, Xiao lowered her head. It's all because of me. Because of someone like me. It opened up a chance for that bastard. If my master hasn't passed on her energy to me, wouldn't someone like her be more than capable of getting away? But the moment her spiritual energy wavered, she was captured. That bastard somehow managed to get a hold of her title as the eerie diviner, and had her divine the various ways he could manifest himself in this continent. Since my master refused to assist him, he used his foul spells to bind her body by his will, divinate. After he got the results he wanted, he had me collect 1,000-year refinement pills for him so that he may gain a physical body and walk this realm. But he did a number on my master. She can neither live nor die. After that, I had no choice but to follow his orders to collect the refinement pills for him. Yet he keeps moving the goalposts. He would continue to torture my master to get me to act. As of now, he's gathered 500 years worth on him. If I can find a young body, It would have been close to my goal. However, that foul bodhisattva is a being beyond this realm. No one can see him coming. Within a flash, he has severed our connection just like that. I can't find him anymore. I can't find my master. There's no need to cry. He comforted her, as he had his own ways to deal with that foul bodhisattva. Wait, there's a more important matter, sir. Stop being so secretive. What could be more important than saving my master? That's why you shouldn't be so hasty, Ma Dude then continued. The foul bodhisattva came here to seek the longevity elixir, so he expected you to be around me. If you get your hands on it, then he'll profit. On the contrary, it can also take advantage of this time to recuperate and make a comeback. But even with the great fortune teller in his hands, I'll still have my morals. Demon Supreme, sir, you might as well say it directly. What should we do? Asked the general. Create a diversion. When we break into the place beyond the 5 elements, we will immediately divide into 2 groups. You both rescue the great fortune teller, and I'll stall the foul bodhisattva by containing him. It's just that you'll be in a lot more danger than I will be. In order to eliminate the 5 elements, I disrupted your chi flows, which also means you can no longer use magic. The only variable is the length of the time needed for the rescue. Variable, she asks. The hope of survival in this desperate situation is also a variable. Master, I am willing to give it a try, be it life or death. Seeing her resolve, the general was amazed for a short while. Okay, wants you to succeed, blow this. I will end the battle immediately and join you. With that, he enveloped them with his spiritual energy and instructed, while making a hand gesture, let's go. The battle begins. They then teleported to the enemy's den. Both girls were suddenly teleported in the middle of a body of water, while traversing through the water. The general, witnessing her use of talismans, was amazed. A talisman with no additional spells can only burn this bright. Are you sure we're not going the wrong way? When I set up the formation and entered the place beyond the 5 elements, I saw in a blink of an eye that the foul bodhisattva was in a pure white land. Xiao Qiao then replied, I have walked this path thousands of times. I will never go the wrong way. Pure white land. That was the illusion created by that beast himself. It's essentially no different than this puddle of mud. Stop, she instructed the general. We're here. Before them was a huge tree trunk with a huge red giant eye. This thing is called the Tongshan Dao, and it was placed here as a guard by the foul bodhisattva. If one is caught by it within 10 feet, not even bones will be left, master. She is locked behind that thing. The general then thought, judging from its appearance, it should have an excellent field of vision. Even without the blessing of magic, it shouldn't be difficult to kill instantly with my speed. But it may alarm the foul bodhisattva and hinder the demon supreme. Suddenly Xiao counted down from 3. 3, 2, wait. First, the general tried to probe what was going on. However, on the count of 1, the giant red eye closed for a slight while, surprising the general. Now, she shouted. With that, they all ran for it. What did you do? Nothing. Tongshan Dao has good vision and a fierce nature, but it also has a fatal flaw. Every 30 breaths, it will close its eyes and rest. This is our opportunity. There is a small door ahead. Let's go in through that. Remember, close your eyes when passing through the door, otherwise you'll be blinded by the mechanism. There is a ghost lamp 15 feet away from the small door. Take it, otherwise you will be haunted by wandering spirits. And, looking at her tenacious attitude, the general began some deep thinking. Has she always been this way? Avoiding the traps over and over again, memorizing the tricks of each stage, day after day, just to save her master. If it were me, could I endure and lie dormant like her for so long? After going through the final huddle, her master's figure appeared, making her very emotional. Master, your disciple is here. With some relief she cheered up a little, as the general was just silently observing her. Qiao then continued. The foul bodhisattva is crazy, and thinks that no one can cross the maze and rescue my master. Therefore, no more defenses are set up here. General, as long as we remove the ecstasy nail from master's body, and cut off the iron chain, we can rescue her. After accessing the situation, the general warned something doesn't smell right. The eerie diviner has the smell of the soul-breaking thread on her. It's entangled in her chi and difficult to decipher. It can connect the caster and the recipient. If the thread is broken, not only will the recipient die, but the caster will be immediately aware of it. What thinking back to her memories with her master, she felt helpless and fell on her knees, despairing. I still can't save her. As she was crying, the general interrupted her emotional outburst. Don't be silly, and taking out a blue jade stone, she said. The demon supreme had us both come together. Here you go. Her Highness Jade Messenger, also known as the Revival Talisman, can be used as an extra life when encountering a certain death. Thinking back, the Supreme had already noticed that I had a Jade Messenger at that time. After all, Her Highness' aura was on it. The soul-breaking thread only recognizes the caster, not the recipient. All you need to do is use your hair as a matchmaker, and tie it around the charm, have it replace the eerie diviner. Hearing that, her eyes regained hope once more, shifting to the main battle. Seeing our boy Ye Shen appearing out of nowhere, the foul Bodhisattva was amused. However, for a moment something caught his attention. Oh, the soul-breaking thread. Hey, was I mistaken? Seeing him distracted, our boy Ye Shen called for him. Hey! Then threw one of his punches. Where are you looking? You should be focused when fighting. I'm going to teach you that now. Understand? With his head separated, the foul Bodhisattva spoke out. Little brat, haven't you figured out the situation? In here, you are but something in my pocket. With that he attacked him, changing into a new different form with multiple heads and grotesque body parts. Your only choice is to be dismembered by me. So noisy. What did you do? What's that sound? Finally gearing up to take things serious, Ma Dude made a solemn resolve. Not, what did I do, but what I'm about to do. Now I can finally beat you up with no remorse. This video ends here. Be sure to like and subscribe for more. Until next time.